So I won't even lie. It looks like the modern church is mounting a lot of pressure on its member. Like this is not like an attack on the church, but the truth needs to be said. The modern church is mounting a lot of pressure on its church. Some of the churches, in quotes. I'm not attacking the church. The church is a place of freedom, a place of growth, a place of love, a place of spiritual well-being, a place where you come and you find peace. But now let's dive into some of the areas of pressure in the church. Number one is financial pressure. Some churches have placed financial gain, like finance over everything else. If you're not a financial member of the church, they look at you like, are you sure you're in this church or you're from another planet? Too much emphasis on offering, on tithing, on special seed, on church funding, building pledge, like it's so overwhelming. I won't even lie. I'm not wondering, do the church even ask how their members are faring? The church leaders, the pastors, are they asking, my members, how are you doing? I know it is okay to give, but you shouldn't be under pressure out of fear. You need to know if you're not a financial member of the church, they look at you in a certain way, like they classify you less than the other. The modern church has made finance be like is the topmost priority in the body of Christ. I'm not saying giving should not be in the church. No, we should give. Even Christ encouraged us giving. Givers never lack. But please, one person is involved in building pledge. The same person is involved in several other financial involvement in the church. Are we asking, how is that person coping? And in most cases, they look at you, okay, because you pay your tithe every month, now time to do any church project or funding, you must be inclusive. They don't know how you have to make that personal decision to constantly give your tithe, whether it is pleasant to you or not. You have to just, is a commitment, like you've made that commitment to always give. The modern church should look into this area. The next one, performance Christianity. Like, if you're not serving in more than 2 or 5 places in the church, they look at you like, this person, are you sure you're truly a believer? If you're not praying and tonguing and praying out loud, they look at you, are you sure you're genuine born again? If you're not here and there in the church, they look at you like, this person, your Christianity is like it's questionable, which is not a criteria to judge a Christian in the church. Performance. We now pay more attention to what? To performance, and what? Through spirituality. Performance Christianity. Which is not the right foundation on which the church of God is built on. The next one, testimony that looks like comparison, that will make you start looking like, God, am I sure that I'm not the only one left in this world and God is not blessing? When you hear testimonies of cars, these are good testimony, but I feel like most times people giving this testimony are not structuring it very well. You'll not be wondering, I've been in this church, am I the only one? Not God is not seeing, is God not seeing me? Am I on my, like this journey, am I the only one on it alone? What am I not doing right? People are jabbing, you start comparing, I start thinking, God, I beg, am I like, not only me waka come, am I on this journey alone? So the church should look into this. The next one, prosperity. A measure for is not a measure. Prosperity as a measure. If you're not in a particular class, they'll be looking at you like, are you sure that prosperity is not the main aim in some churches? Prosperity message. Who cares about the soul of the person you are preaching to? Is the person doing well? Is the person spiritually okay and sound? The modern church has prioritized prosperity message instead of what? Growth spiritually, instead of well-being of their members. Now the last one will be what? Too many church activity. This could look towards mental and emotional breakdown of members. It's pressuring that, now, when you don't appear in all these activity, look like maybe you are not doing, you're not functioning in the church. Most times, most churches will fix program from Tuesday to Sunday. Member hardly have time to spend with their spouse, with their children. No family time, no personal time, no time for realization. From work to church, back to back. I'm not saying that we should not engage in church activities. They are very good, but please let the modern church learn to strike a balance. The modern church should learn to strike a balance. Members need to rest. Yes, you need it. Time for yourself. Now, what can the member do? What can the member do? My dear, to members, you need to know how to see God directly for yourself, not through a pastor, not through one leader like that. Have a personal one-on-one relationship with God. It will help reduce that pressure. When you know that, this service you are rendering is unto God and not unto man, you've come to a point, God is the one I'm working for. It's not because I want to please anybody or prove a point. Come to have a personal intimacy with God. Number 2, give. As the Spirit leads you to give. Don't be pressured to give. Do it because it's from your heart, not because you are coerced or you are pressured to do so. Give because you have it, because you want to do it. So please, I'm not trying to attack the modern church or the church, but I feel like the church needs to create a balance. Some churches are overdoing things. I won't even lie. Some churches are really overdoing and taking this thing a step too high, and that this is most time people be very beg. If this is how church is, you're in the church, you are paying levy here, I rather just go and look for a club meeting and join. Body of Christ, we are here for the well-being of one another. We are here to grow. We are here to encourage, to nurture brethren, and not to make them feel pressured.